All right, you guys. The first thing I want to jump into today is the must mint of the week. Really, could be of the month, man. This one's crazy. I've already talked about it once, but I want to remind you because it's coming up tomorrow. That one is the Mechaverse. It's 15 hours, 30 minutes away, roughly, from the time of recording for the raffle to begin. You get to register. You have 6 hours to register for the raffle. And then it's luck of the draw. And, if you're feeling lucky, this is the one to get into. I've talked a little bit about Mechaverse before. Pretty awesome project and what they're doing with the art. Very cool. Mechas, uh, really awesome art. 3D. They're looking to do like figurines in real life, which is really cool. So they've got some some real life that they're trying to put this into. But the biggest thing on this and why I'm telling you that this is the must mint is this project has been talked about for months. And I don't know what it is specifically about this project for everyone, but there are 188,000 people plus in their Discord. This project, the scammers go crazy about it. They're always DMing people, trying to get people to jump in and screw themselves over. Mechaverse is really good at saying they will never DM you. There's only one website. There's only one link to the OpenSea. Once it opens, like it's just right in their Discord. Join the Discord. Make sure you do your research, do your homework. Don't fall in anybody's scams. But generally speaking, where there's people trying to scam, when there's excitement about a project, and that's the one that you see coming across, you know it's going to be big. You know that they're trying to get people to think something is too good to be true and jump in and take theirs. So Mechaverse, man, it's going to be a hot one. One thing I don't like about it is the mint price. It's 0.2 ETH. That's pretty high for a mint. Um, I don't know why it's this high, but I will say that it's the market has come to that. I talked about the artists before in this project. Like they already have NFT artwork that they've sold for over 5 ETH. They're great artists, which is probably a big reason why you have this crowd already built in. But it's really cool. It's really crazy, and they're looking to do some collabs, hopefully in the Mechaverse with different type of mechas and maybe who knows, maybe some Transformers will ape in and they'll collab together. I have no idea what's to come, but I do know that this one's hot enough to be a must mint. At least jump in the raffle. Once you get in the raffle, if you get selected, you have 6 hours to mint. So it's something you're going to have to pay attention to, but it'll be worth it. 0.2 to get in. My guess at prices like that is this is going to go over at 1 ETH in day one. We'll see how right I am about that, but there's just too much heat on this one. There's only 8,888 that are going. They've had to extend a few times, which usually only brings more madness to it when people finally get a chance to get in and ape in and jump in. So I bet you the chat is going to go absolutely nuts tomorrow in that Discord. Join it, do your homework, see if you like it, and I think the market will, and that's always what I'm looking for. So more to come from that. That's the big project, the must mint of the week. Should have done that on Monday, man. The must mint Monday would have been good, but for now it'll be the must mint Tuesday, and it's coming out tomorrow on Wednesday. So make sure you check that one out. The other thing I want to talk about is what we had covered a little earlier in the week. And that's Christie's auction. I want to revisit that and talk about what that means for NFT space, for particular projects. NFT history was made or is made every time that happens at a Christie's Sotheby's auction house. This was a live auction as well, so that's pretty cool. And it was a full-fledged post-war to present auction. You had Curio cards, you had art blocks. Those were the two NFTs that were sold, collections, and then you had VeeFriends' original artwork that was also auctioned off the same day. Now, let's talk about what happened. Pop that up again. This is talking specifically about the amount that Gary Vee's artwork, the artwork behind VeeFriends, this was the actual physical piece that he had drawn before applying it to the NFT space. PSA clamped, looking beautiful. And here are the numbers. He sold five pieces of art, and he sold them for over $1.2 million. And you can see that they went from 162,500 up to 412,500, with Empathetic Elephant being in the top spot, Diamond Hands Hen in the lower spot there for these first five at least. But hey, that's a pretty good take home. You can't argue with that, right? Happy, gotta be. I'm sure he's happy. That's great numbers for him and VeeFriends. That probably does something for the project long term. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement over time with this. So there's that. I think the floor is somewhere around 15 ETH now without looking, but it's a good project. It's a good project. He's always going to be doing something exciting with it. So that's cool. As mentioned, Curio cards set 30 plus 17B, and then sets 1 through 3 of art blocks curated. We'll cover art blocks first. Art blocks did not hit its reserve, so they did not sell. I'm not quite sure what their reserve was. I wasn't live for the auction, but I do know that it came up short. I want to say it was, I want to say it's 750 ETH that they were looking for. I don't think it hit it. It's a pretty large collection, but that's a pretty big ask as well when you're talking about ETH auctions. ETH, Bitcoin, crypto was accepted for these, which might have been a little different too for people that are getting into the space that maybe never have if they're buying via Christie's. Curio cards, on the other hand, I don't know if they had a reserve, but they set a kind of what they thought the pricing would go for, and it was 250 to 350 ETH, and it ended up going for 320 ETH, which also broke $1 million at the time of the auction, with Ethereum priced the way that it was. I think it's still over that, but at the time of the auction, over 1 million. Just like VeeFriends, that's 31 pieces of art, or a whole set, versus 5 of the originals of VeeFriends. And of course, Gary Vee's community and who he is and how that runs is kind of different. But those are the results. I've read mixed reviews from both parties. I know Curio fanatics were hoping that they would go for much more. I'm not surprised. I mean, that's in the high end of their range that they were looking for, and I think the Curio card community has to be happy with it. But at the end of the day, man, it's just great to see this happening. That it matters and people are taking advantage. I think that set is going to be worth a lot of money come down the road, probably 10 times as much in a couple of years. Same thing with VeeFriends. Like, man, how cool to have the very first empathetic elephant ever drawn. If he builds that out, which I am very confident he's going to try and build out empathetic elephant, you got yourself something special. So good news for NFTs as a whole. It's always fun to watch these auctions. Also, when auctions happen, prices dip. So if you haven't picked one of those up, you just might want to go look into it now if you have the money to buy. I think both of those projects are a solid pick, if you ask me. But yeah, that's everything for now. Don't forget to go try and get that Mecca, get in the raffle. I bet you'll make some money. I know I'm going to be there trying. I'll let you know if I am able to grab one and how it does. And let's keep up the good work. Please like, comment, and follow us. Please subscribe. Appreciate it.